That Which Holds All by the Reverend Nancy Schaefer. Because she wanted everyone to feel included in her prayer, she said right at the beginning several names for the holy. Spirit, she said, Holy One, Mystery, God. But then thinking that these weren't enough ways of addressing that which cannot be fully addressed, she added particularities, saying Spirit of life, Spirit of love, Ancient Holy One, mystery we will not ever fully know, gracious God, and also Spirit of the earth, God of Sarah, Gaia, thou. And then, tongue loosened, she fell to naming superlatives as well. Most creative one, greatest source, closest hope, even though superlatives for the sacred seemed to her probably redundant. But then she couldn't stop. One who made the stars, she said, although she knew technically a number of those present didn't believe the stars had been made by anyone or anything, but just luckily happened. One who is an entire ocean of compassion. And no one laughed. That which has been present since before the beginning, she said. And the room was silent. Then, although she hadn't imagined it this way, others began to offer their names. Peace, said one. One my mother knew, said another. Ancestor, wind, rain, breath, said one near the back. Refuge, that which holds all. A child said, water, and someone else, Kuan Yin. Then the womb, witness, great kindness, great eagle, eternal stillness. And then there wasn't any need to say the things she thought it would be important to say, and everyone sat hushed until she said, Amen.
In a spirit of reverence, we acknowledge that we gather this morning on the land of the Kumeyaay. As we light this candle, we affirm our commitment to cultivate meaningful relationships with the people of this land and to work together for justice and equity. Today is also the first week of Advent, the season that leads into Christmas 4 weeks from now. And before we light our Advent candle, I would like to thank our ASL interpreter, Paul, who purchased these lovely candles for us last year in preparation for this year. So thank you, Paul, for our candles. On this first week of Advent, we light a candle for hope. Blessed Creator who moves in the dark, teach us to hope. Help us to be ready to appreciate the spark of light that comes to illumine our hearts and show the way toward love and peace. Help us to find breath to call out injustice, to speak words of love to those in need, to whisper in the wind that there is good in this world and enough to share. In the true belief that someday this world can become a beloved community that holds us all in care, we light this candle of hope. And as the women's choir is coming forward to sing, I would like to invite all of you who wear hearing aids to check your ears. We're getting some whistly feedback, and just make sure they're in and at an appropriate volume. Good morning, and welcome to the First Unitarian Universalist Church of San Diego, where we worship each Sunday in the South Bay, in Hillcrest, and online. Our mission is to create community, nurture spiritual growth, and act on our values to help heal the world. I am Tony Bianca. I use the pronouns he, him, and I am serving as your worship associate this morning. If you are visiting, I want to extend to you a special welcome. I invite you to fill out our visitor form in your order of service and return it to the welcome table, which is on the patio. If you're joining us online, you can also fill out a visitor form at the link on the live stream page or in the YouTube service description. We would love to connect with you. If you've been coming for a while and are starting to feel like this is your spiritual home, consider becoming a member of this beloved community. You can learn more about becoming a member at the welcome table or by contacting Valeria Aguilar, our membership coordinator.
Welcome to this space. Bring all of who you are, in all the beauty of languages, cultures, and skin tones that come together in your uniqueness. You are welcome here. In all the ways you experience and express gender. You are welcome here. In the beauty that is who you love and how you love. In all the ways you live, move, and experience your embodied self. With all the religious and ethical traditions that inform your spiritual life. Together, may we live into our shared values with love at the center. Welcome. I invite you to rise, embody your spirit, and join in our church hymn and aspiration in both English and Spanish. May love be the spirit of this church. May the quest for truth be its sacrament and service be its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, and to help one another in fellowship. This is our aspiration. Que el amor sea la doctrina de esta iglesia, la búsqueda de la verdad su sacramento, y el servicio su oración. Vivir juntos en paz, buscar la verdad con libertad y ayudarnos mutuamente en comunidad. A eso aspiramos.
Good morning, friends. I'd like to invite any of the children or youth who would like to come up and join me for our time for all ages, and I need some help this morning to pass some things out at the end of our time for all ages. While they're on their way up, I call your attention to the back of the music notes where you'll find what's going on today. The Journey Toward Wholeness team is offering a workshop at 11:30 in Bard Hall, and then there's some contract call discussions that you'll hear about later. Good morning, friends. How you doing? There's some space over here too if you want to sit on this side or that side. Either way, hi. So friends, today we are thinking about prayer. Has anybody ever said a prayer before? No? Oh, you have? What kind of, would you mind sharing what kind of prayer you don't have to share the whole prayer, but just what kind of prayer you've said?
I've forgotten.
You forgot? Yeah, they're tricky to remember sometimes. Yeah, and I'm not surprised by not a lot of hands going up. We don't necessarily think about prayer a lot as you use. I think it's one of those words like worship or church or faith that we borrow from other, like it's part of our religious history, but we don't necessarily know what we mean when we say it. Or maybe we don't agree on a meaning, and that's okay that we don't agree. I often say to people, when people ask me if I pray, I say I sometimes do, but then I say, I don't really know if anyone or anything is listening. And that's not so important for me, because for me, it's just about, sometimes I think it's helpful to pretend that someone is listening. Like to act like there's something out there and just say stuff out loud. Maybe it's like an affirmation, or like I'm trying to speak it into being, I don't know. But sometimes I say stuff out loud just because I think it helps me to say it out loud. And so in the service today, Reverend Kristen later on is going to talk about 3 different kinds of prayer that we often use. And it's right in the title: help, thanks, and wow. So sometimes we ask for help with things. Sometimes we're just thankful for things. And sometimes we just say, wow. We're just like amazed. It's sort of like gratitude, but with some wonder mixed in. But I want to think about a different kind of way we sometimes pray, and I think sometimes we pray with stuff. Like, we light candles over there as like a thing to help us say a prayer. We light our chalice up here as a kind of a prayer. Sometimes we do rituals where maybe we'll put some rocks in water. Remember when we did that a few months ago? Or on Easter, we do our flower communion, where we use flowers as a way of praying. And sometimes we pray by putting stuff on ourselves. So I wear a wedding ring. I also wear my dad's wedding ring on this finger. I have 2 of them. And wedding rings are sort of a thing that we wear as a sort of prayer. They're a symbol or a sign of something. Sometimes we do other stuff. And that other stuff is what I'd like to talk about today. Sometimes we wear things on our clothing to sort of signal what we want to do. And there's a specific thing that I'm going to ask you to help me give to the congregation that we wear on our clothing that I think is a kind of prayer. Does anybody know what December 1st is? December 1st? Oh, do I have hands out there? No. Oh, there's some. Maybe this will help. Hold on, friends. What if I held this up? Does anybody know what December 1st is? No? Oh, World AIDS Day. Thank you very much. And so we celebrate World AIDS Day. We remember people who have AIDS or HIV by wearing a red ribbon, like these ribbons here. And I think these are a kind of prayer. They're a kind of prayer for the world. They let other people know that, like, we're supportive of them. We let people know that we're a safe person to talk to if they need to talk. I think that's a kind of prayer, to pray with the space that we create for people. I think it's also a kind of hope, right? It's asking for a world where people who have HIV or AIDS aren't stigmatized and they get the health care that they need. And especially with the folks running the show in our country right now who have told the government that they're not even allowed to talk about World AIDS Day. I think it's more important than ever that we talk about it, and that we are not only vocal with what we talk about, but we are very visibly supportive of the people who need support. So, as a way of helping all of us pray, I'm going to ask for your help. I have 3 baskets with lots of red ribbons in them, and I wonder if you could help me give these red ribbons out to the congregation. Do you think you can help? It might be helpful if we have a grown-up in every group. Would you mind leading a group? Oh, there it is. Ms. Kate's going to take a group, and I'll take a group. And would some people like to come with me? And we're just going to go out and give everybody a ribbon. And when you're done, bring them back up here, and we'll lead the congregation in our affirmation. raise your hand if you've not got one yet so we can tell where we are. Okay, back there. Perfect. Then, oh, over here, over here. Great, I'll think of you. There you go. This one. All right, does everyone have one now? Looking for hands. Great. Oh, yeah, my helpers, don't forget to take one too. And then, if you would like to come back down with me. Oh, did you get one? Great. Oh, yeah, did you get one? Make sure you get one. Did everybody get one? I did. I gave it away, though, so now I'm going to take one out of here, and I'll put it on later because I'm out of hands. All right. And you all got one? All right, friends, thank you very much for helping. And I would love it if those of us up here could stand up, and we're going to help lead the congregation in our affirmation. We'll say it first in English and then in Spanish. And we can help you with your safety pins later, too, if you want, just so you don't poke yourself. Great. We are Unitarian Universalists, a people of open minds, loving hearts, and welcoming hands. Somos unitarios, universalistas, personas de mentes abiertas, corazones amorosos, y manos que dan la bienvenida. And now I invite any children or youth who'd like to meet me and their other leaders out on the patio. We'll head to our groups.
Good morning. I'm Matt Kaplan, a member of the call discernment team that is facilitating our consideration of whether to call Reverend Kristen as our settled associate minister. I use the pronouns he and him. We thank the many of you who have already participated in the great congregational conversation that is underway. I've helped facilitate 2 of these small group sessions so far. I can tell you that they have been a very uplifting affirmation of what it means to be a Unitarian Universalist. And I believe that this has been the shared experience of pretty much everyone who has participated so far. You have 2 remaining opportunities to join this conversation. A Saturday, December 6th Zoom call at 10 a.m. or an in-person session here at the Hillcrest campus after our December 7th service, getting underway at about 11:30. We invite you to register for either of these on the webpage, linked to from this week's edition of The Window, or just go right to the website itself, and you'll find the links there too. This effort is going to culminate right here after the February 8th service as members gather to make our decision with a vote. We need both your vote and your presence that day, as we must achieve the quorum that is required by our bylaws before a vote can proceed. We promise to get it done before the Super Bowl kickoff as well that afternoon. Thank you for being part of this important decision-making process that will help set the future course of our church and our congregation.
We have a few more announcements this morning. Lay ministers are available after the service to offer a listening presence. If you have a joy or sorrow you'd like to share, this morning's lay minister is Sandy Bennett. See Sandy? But yep, there we go. In the back, look for the gold scarf. Service today for those who are online. I would invite you in a little while, you're going to need a pen and a piece of paper. So we're going to be doing a little journaling. Also, if there's anyone in the room, if you didn't get an order of service or a pen or have access to a pencil, now would be a good time to ask your ushers. On Saturday, December 6th, I invite you to join us for a book reading, signing, and benefit that will go towards the South Bay Food Pantry. It will be with Suzette Partito about her new book, Love Will Save Us Right. Hope you will join us. And finally, today there is a campus tour led by Matt Kaplan, who you recently just heard from. And so if you are interested in seeing the many gems of this campus, you can meet right here on the chancel right after worship. One way we live our values is by sharing our offering each week. On the 5th Sunday of the month, we honor our relationship with our partner churches. During the 32 years of our partner relationship with the Unitarian Church in Brașov, Romania, there have been visits and gifts and much learning about our shared faith. Most recently, this relationship helped facilitate a several-day photo journey by First Church member Don Barry, and it was followed by a photojournaling workshop for children and youth in a nearby town. Back in Brașov, the congregation is ramping up their social services as the coming cold weather and spiraling fuel prices hit poorer families. Today's generosity offering will help the congregation provide meals and a warm evening space for those in need. You can give through text to give at the number on the screen. You can also donate this morning in person through cash or check towards the back of the sanctuary or online on our church's website, firstuusandiego.org. Thank you so much for your generosity. This morning's offering will now be gratefully received. So as Tony mentioned today, our service is an exploration of the spiritual practice of prayer. This will be a more experiential service where we'll be exploring through reading and song and prayer practices that I'm going to invite you into. So I give you fair warning, this is different than our usual format, and I invite you to honor what is right for your body, mind, and spirit, and maybe to lean into something that is new or different for you, and to see how it feels for you. We start with a reading about prayer by Anne Lamott called Prayer 101 from her book, Help, Thanks, Wow, the 3 Essential Prayers. I do not know much about God and prayer, but I have come to believe over the past 25 years that there's something to be said about keeping prayer simple. Help, thanks, wow. You may be, in fact, wondering what I even mean when I use the word prayer. It is communication from the heart to that which surpasses understanding. Let's say it's communication from one's heart to God. Or if that is too triggering or ludicrous a concept for you, to the good, to the force that is beyond our comprehension. But then in our pain and our supplication or relief, we don't need to define or have proof of or any established contact with. Let's say it's what the Greeks call the really real. Or let's say it's a cry deep from within to life or love with capital L's. Let's not get bogged down on whom or what we pray to. Let's just say prayer is a communication from our hearts to the great mystery, to the animating energy of love we are sometimes bold enough to believe in, to something unimaginably big that is not us. Prayer is us, humans merely being, as E. E. Cummings put it, reaching out to have something to do with the eternal, with vitality and intelligence and kindness, even when we are at our most utterly doomed and skeptical. God can handle honesty, and prayer begins as an honest conversation. So prayer is our sometimes real selves, trying to communicate with the real, with truth, with the light. It is us reaching out to be heard. My 3 prayers are variations on help, thanks, wow. That's all I ever need, besides the silence and the pain and the pause sufficient for me to stop and close my eyes and turn inward.
We invite you to rise in body or in spirit and join us in singing Ubi Caritas. We'll sing this 3 times. First time, you can just listen to Tomas and how it goes, or you can join right in.
Ubi caritas et amor, ubi caritas Deus ibi est, ubi caritas et amor, ubi caritas Deus ibi est, ubi caritas et amor, ubi caritas Deus ibi est.
So inside your order of service, you will find a card that looks like this. It says, journaling, help, thanks, wow. So one of the things that I love about the Anne Lamott reading is she says, prayer is the beginning of an honest conversation. An honest conversation with ourselves, and potentially an honest conversation with something that is larger than us, even if we have no name for it. And so I invite you in this moment, both here and at home on your piece of paper, to spend a few moments starting an honest conversation with yourself. When I think about help, I think about, where am I suffering right now? What can't I figure out on my own? Maybe it's even some way in which I have hurt someone else and I need help to repair it. So help. Thanks is gratitude. It's naming that which sustains your life and keeps you going, that which you feel thankful for. And wow, I love the way Tony described this. It's gratitude with a bit of wonder, right? When was the last time you had something just made you feel like, I feel connected, I feel inspired, I feel that moment of pause because something has stopped me. So you're not going to be invited to share this with anyone. It is just a conversation with yourself. I invite you into a few minutes of journaling. So know this is just the beginning of a conversation that you can take home with you. And just hope you can take a moment to just be with where you're at in this moment, with what's true for you.
Now we'll remain seated and sing together The Lone Wild Bird.
Lone wild bird in
Great Spirit, come and rest in us. I want to invite you now into another simple prayer practice called a breath prayer. With a breath prayer, we repeat a simple phrase connected to the in-breath and to the out-breath. On the in-breath, we choose a name for the sacred. Could be any of that long list of names we heard in our opening words, or whichever is truest to you. And the second part, the out-breath, you express your desire for what you long for most in this moment. What do you need? Peace or rest, comfort, healing, joy, freedom. So this morning, I'll lead us using the words from the hymn we just sang. So on the in-breath, we'll use Great Spirit. On the out-breath, rest in me. Great Spirit, rest in me. So I invite you to find a comfortable position, as comfortable as your body will allow this morning. If it feels good, close your eyes or lower your gaze. Bring attention to your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling the rise and fall of your chest or belly. Breathing in, Great Spirit. Breathing out, rest in me. Breathing in, Great Spirit. Breathing out, rest in me. Great Spirit, rest in me. Great Spirit, rest in me. Great Spirit, rest in me. I invite you to continue at your own pace, following the rhythm of your breath.
Sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I'm sending you light to hold you in love. to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. No matter where you go, no matter where you've been, you'll never walk alone. I feel you deep within, so I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. No matter what you feel or what you choose to show, I'm always there for you, and so I want you to know that I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I walk the path with you. Go slow, dear one, don't hurry. I'll go just like you need to go. There is no need to worry, 'cause I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love.
I first heard that song from Melanie DeMore during the pandemic. And I remember that every time I listened to it, I felt like Melanie was praying for me. And so when I felt sad, or I felt alone, or I felt scared, as I think all of us did during that period of isolation and shutdown, I would turn her on and let her sing that prayer to me. And what that song reminds me is that prayers are not just for ourselves. They're not just for our pain, but they're for the pain of the world, for the pain of the other people in our lives who are suffering. And there are a lot of people who are suffering right now. And so I want to invite us to maybe call into this room some of those people who could use our light and our love. We're going to call into this space anyone who you want to send some light and love, and then we are going to send it to them. So I open this space. Who is suffering? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking today of those who are suffering with illness and disease. I'm thinking of those who are sick and don't have access to health care. I'm thinking about those who don't have access to food or to a home. I'm thinking about members of the immigrant community, of asylum seekers and refugees just trying to seek safety. I'm thinking about the members of our LGBTQ community, and especially our transgender and non-conforming siblings. I'm thinking of the people of Gaza. I'm thinking about those of you who are grieving, those who are in pain or are feeling alone. I'm thinking of those of you who have experienced violence or are witnessing it each day in our communities, our nation, and our world. So I invite you, as you feel comfortable and willing, to imagine all of that gathered, all of the pain, all of the suffering gathered into this space, and for us to send our light and our love. If you want to, you can raise your hands and we'll say, we are sending you light to heal you, to hold you. We are sending you light to heal you, to hold you. We are sending you light to heal you, to hold you. We are sending you light to heal you, to hold you. Blessed be. Our closing hymn is number 1057. Invite you to rise in body or spirit. Go lift it up. Beloveds, go lifted up, knowing that you are connected to something so much larger than yourselves, and that you are not alone. We are in this together. Blessed be, and go in peace.